Today's question comes from Mark, and it concerns the Ryzen 7 3700X 8-core 16-thread Zen 3 CPU, very similar to the CPU in the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series X. Remember that, it's going to be important. Today's video is brought to you by eWin Racing, the best source for gaming chairs and desks for those long gaming sessions. We have a playlist of our eWin chair and desk videos linked in the video description below. Save 30% off of everything using the discount code TechDeals. More details at the end of the video. Mark asks, how much of a future do you think the Ryzen 7 3700X has for 1080p gaming? And how good of a match is the Radeon 6750 XT for that CPU for gaming? Well, it depends, asterisk. If you plan to play future AAA games going forward over the next 5 years, no. It is absolutely going to run into the brick wall of IPC, per core performance, and total core count over the next 5 years for future AAA big budget games. Should it? Probably not, but it will. Mark my words on that. However, do not misinterpret that sentence. That does not mean, Tech's saying my 3700X is obsolete. He thinks 8 cores is over for gaming. He thinks if you don't have 16 cores, you're just crap. That's nonsense. Here's what I said. The Ryzen 7 3700X will not last 5 years for future AAA games coming out over the next 5 years. It will play many of them. It will not play all of them. I do firmly believe that you will find titles that run like hot dog meat on that CPU before 5 years is out, even if you lower the detail settings. However, those very well may be the exception and not the rule. And here's where Nuance comes into play. You can absolutely positively use a Ryzen 7 3700X for the next 5 years. The vast majority of people watching this video could absolutely be perfectly happy with a Ryzen 7 3700X beyond the next 5 years. Some of you watching this video could use that for the next 10 years. I don't recommend it. You really should upgrade more often than every 10 years, but you could. I understand that I have viewers all around the world. And some people may be thinking, man, I hope to buy a 3700X in the next couple of years. If you're in a country where money is a challenge, PC parts are expensive relative to incomes, I understand. The advice that I would give an American or a European versus somebody in Brazil or Indonesia is different. And I generally deal with prices and purchasing advice in the United States and in Western Europe and Japan, where the income makes a purchase like that every couple of years a reasonable option for a dedicated enthusiast gamer. Now, having said that, I don't think most of you should keep a 3700X today. Right now, a Ryzen 7 5700X is $180. You can sell your 3700X to somebody on eBay who doesn't watch my channel for about $100, maybe $110. For the cost of maybe 3 good pizzas, you can move from a 3700X to a 5700X. Now, why would I want to do that, you ask? My chip's currently fine. Yes, it is. It is fine. A 5700X is not going to run a game that your 3700X will not. There is nothing in the world now or in the future that a 3700X will just go, nope, I'm not doing it, but a 5700X will go, yep, I'm doing it. However, a 5700X is 20% faster on a per-core basis than a 3700X, and the 5700X is a unified 8-core chiplet. It's 8 cores meshed together. There's no infinity fabric putting them together. A 3700X is 2 4-core chips. This will age more poorly than the 5700X because any game or program that uses more than 4 cores has to pass all of its data back and forth across the infinity fabric. It's not the end of the world, but it does introduce delays and latency. It gives you worse 1% lows. It gives you worse overall feel in the game, even if the actual frame rate counter isn't dramatically different. But then there is that 20% performance boost. For the cost of a couple of pizzas, you can go ahead and replace that 3700X today and have the Zen 3 chip with the unified cache. Along with those chiplets, there's another benefit. there's 32 megabytes of cache on both chips, but the 32 megabytes of cache is unified and usable by all the cores on the 5700X. As games and datasets get bigger, on the 3700X, you have two 16 megabyte L3 caches. And if these 4 cores want to access all the cache, they have to go through the Infinity Fabric to do it. Not the end of the world, but it does introduce latency, which is what creates stutters, which is what makes your game feel slower than whatever the frame rate counter on the screen actually is. At current prices, if you can afford to watch this video, and if you can afford to ask the question about what kind of Zen 2, Zen 3 CPU should I have, at least do that upgrade. Would I upgrade to a Ryzen 9 today? I am not as excited about those anymore. I was a couple years ago, but Zen 4's out, new stuff's coming out. There's a limit to how much money I want to spend on the AM4 platform at this point. Go to a 5700X, it's awesome. But if you really need more than 8 cores, if you're like, man, I want to live stream, I want to play more advanced games, I want to upgrade to 1440p, I want to do more than just play games, well, then you need 12 to 16 cores. eWin Racing has a wide selection of chairs to fit all shapes and sizes of gamers, ranging from petite to cuddly. They have something for every type of gamer. Not just sizes, but colors and material options as well, including red, blue, purple, pink, orange, and more, plus cloth and leather choices. We have over half a dozen chair and desk videos in a playlist down in the video description below. We also have a very special offer just for Tech Deals viewers. Save 30% off of everything using discount code TechDeals using our link in the video description. We have used eWin gaming chairs for 3 years in our office, sitting on them for up to 8-hour marathon live streams. They are very comfortable, and we are happy to work with eWin to bring you this special discount and recommend eWin for all of your gaming chair and desk needs. An i5 13600K is awesome. Before you spend $300 on a 5900X, let me tell you, a 13600K will demolish a 5900X in all respects. Single core, multi-core, there's nothing it doesn't do better. You have to need a new motherboard, but it is what it is. So that answers the question on the 3700X. It's fine. It will play World of Tanks for the next 10 years without a problem. It'll play League of Legends, Dota 2, Counter-Strike Global Offensive, Rainbow Six Siege. It'll play most of those games for a very, very long time. A 5700X will play them better. Future AAA games will want more, but it's fine. Having said that, how good of a match is it to the Radeon 6750 XT? I think it's an awesome match. I absolutely love the 6700 XT. You have a 6750, same thing. Slightly faster. It's a refresh to let them sell something new. The 6700 with 12 gigs of VRAM is a great card. And if you're playing at 1080p, you are set for the next couple of years. You do not need an upgrade. Unless you just desperately desire ray tracing and DLSS from NVIDIA, I would skip the 7000 series cards. I'd skip the 40 series from NVIDIA, and I'd keep that card for a couple of years because at 1080p, that thing is a beast.